Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. The pride of London. The kings of North London. Founded upon the foundations of attacking creative football. A club built off the back of football legends like Glenn Hoddle, Jimmy Greaves, Mickey Hazard and Paul Gascoigne. A club that has given the Premier League all-time greats such as Harry Kane, Luka Modric, Gareth Bale. A club known for daring to do. With a worldwide fan base and a rich history of trophies and record settings, Tottenham Hotspur take pride in being one of the most important clubs in English football. Well, let's be realistic. Tottenham play attacking football, but what have we won? That's what you say. That's what they all say. But let me ask you this question. Tottenham fans have been tortured for years and years and years about not winning trophies, not winning the Premier League, not winning a league title since 1962. Well, I'll tell you something. In 100 years, does it get any better? Well, I'll tell you what. I simulated 100 years on Football Manager with Tottenham Hotspur. Let's see if Tottenham in 100 years are more successful than Tottenham in the previous 100 years. So we're going to start then by going over the managers Tottenham had in this 100-year period. Then we're going to have a look at the squad. Then I'm going to go over the honours and what we won and what we didn't win. And then I'll just go over the same a little bit, have a look at some records, stuff like that. So let's look at managers then. So Ange Postecoglou was at Tottenham for 3 years at 171 days before leaving and being replaced by Simon Davies, who won 13 games, drew 7, lost 9, and left as an interim. He was replaced by Simeone Inzaghi, who was there for 14 games. Does that work? He was there 14 games. He won 6. He drew 4. He lost 4. He got sacked. Stuart Lewis took over. Won 5, lost 1 as a caretaker, replaced by Julian Stephen, who was there for 7 years. Wow. So we won the Super Cup, the Europa League. We won a lot under here. Actually, I don't want to do that because I want you guys to see how much we won overall. But 229 games for a Tottenham manager with a 53% win percentage is great. A caretaker comes in, and he was replaced long-term by Eduardo Coudet, who was there, who played 45 games, didn't even make it to the 50-year mark, and he was fired. Then Abdel Ferreira comes in. Oh, my God. 56 wins, 57 draws, and 60 games lost. And he was there for 3 years. Unbelievable. It's like the AVB era all over again. And he was canned with a 32% win rate and replaced by Dean Stevenson. See, I'm hoping there's some former Spurs players in here at some point, who was there for 2 years and then left. Jamie Carr came in and was replaced by Mustafa, who had a 21% win rate and was sacked in less than 100 days. Forget 100 years, didn't even make it to 100 days. Unbelievable. Jamie Carr comes back in as a caretaker and replaced by Mexa, who was there for just under 2 years before leaving. We had another interim manager, Jamie Carr, back again. Do you know what? As an interim manager, he looks like he had a really good period. Then we got Marcelo Gallardo, finally a name we recognise. And he was there for literally just under a year. He lost more games, or one less game than what he won. And after 364 days, he left. Then we get in Edin Terres, I don't know how to say that. And after 2.5 years, he left with a 36% win rate. Adam Forshaw then became the Tottenham manager as an interim. Upamecano, wow, became the Tottenham manager. He was there for 2 years and resigned. We're starting to get some good names now. Graham Flanagan came in. I guess Jamie Carr wasn't available. He was there for a caretaker for a very short period before being replaced by the one and only Xavi Alonso for 269 games, who was then sacked with a 52% win rate, which seems a little bit harsh. Guillermo, I can't say that, was there for less than half a year before getting sacked. And Graham Flanagan comes in again for a caretaker. Alejandro Vidal comes in, and do you know what? 60% win rate, the best out of any Tottenham manager so far. He was still sacked. Unbelievable. He was replaced by Michael Downey as a temporary manager. Then I'm assuming that Luke Berry is a former Luton player. It is. Wow. So a former Luton Town player becomes Tottenham manager for 1 year and 180 days before getting sacked with a 57% win rate. That seems a little harsh. Craig Gray came in as an interim. We then had our next longest period manager, which is Jimmy Diabadal, who managed us for 3 years and 87 days before getting sacked with a 51% win rate. Seems a little bit harsh. Lee Wood came in as an interim. We had a caretaker manager for a year and a half. Another caretaker manager, a manager who was there for less than a year, Chris Bentley, before leaving. He was replaced by Oliver Christensen, who was there for a year and then sacked. Craig Gray came back as an interim. We then had Charlie Banks, who was there for less than a year and got sacked. Steve Carell came in, left his caretaker position. David Pijek came in, was sacked. And it just, the next longest, wow, okay. So George Owen was there for 8 years. George Owens was there for 8 years, 178 games, 84 draws, and 120 games lost. I can see why he was sacked, I can't lie. And then the next longest manager was Ismail Yakmaz, 136 games, 53 games drawn, and 95 games lost, a 47% win rate. He was there for just over 5 years and got sacked. The next longest manager, we've got 5 days, and we've got Jordan Fitton, bloody hell, all these names. 123 games won, 53 drawn, 99 lost. He must be happy he didn't lose 100. Just under 6 years before getting sacked. And then let's have a look and see if there's anyone else who's there for a long period. These literally managers are lasting days at this point. Honestly, Daniel Levy's on a mad one. We've got another one here, Paul McCourtney, 78 games. Where's he gone? 76 games, 52 draws, and 101 losses. I can't lie to you, that's atrocious. Surprised he didn't get sacked sooner. And then that's it. All the others are very, very short, 12 days caretaker position. So it looks like generally Daniel Levy was awful at hiring managers. I would say the most successful period we had was George Owens in terms of how long we had a manager. The fact that Upamecano managed us, the fact that the former Luton Town player, I can't remember his name now, it's gone out of my head. Where is it? I can't remember who. Luke Berry, that's it. The fact that Luke Berry managed us is absolutely crazy and got sacked with a 57% win rate, which is nuts. Let's go and have a look at the Spurs 11 now. Now, Tottenham are 8th in the Championship at the moment. So there's only one game of the new season in, which is not great. To me, that's not great at all. And you can see on this right-hand side, we won it in 20... Yes, we won it once. It won't show me that season. Let me go and let's have a look at the squad then. So we're playing a 4-4-2. Let's flick through some of these players. How can you not? Maybe not. A 19-year-old Colombian up top alongside a 30-year-old Nigerian seems legit. Overall, this squad seems very, very, very average. He looks quite good. Overall, I mean, obviously Spurs are in the Championship, right? So you kind of expect it to be quite bad. But this is just, I mean, the squad's full of bloody pensioners at this point. 32, 30, like, this is absolutely nuts. Right, so I don't really think there's much to look at in terms of the squad. Let's go and see. We don't want to look at that yet. Let's have a look at our best ever 11 statistically. Vicario played 432 games for Spurs. Go on, son. Van der Ven played 484. Rafael Brisco, I can't pronounce that at all. Italian centre half played 669 appearances for Tottenham. Unbelievable. Destiny Udoji 567. Pape Matar 524. And then there's no other names. I'm pretty sure he's the wonder kid from PSG, 408 games. Unbelievable. I mean, you can't obviously see the stats of these players now because they're retired, but Pape Matar playing basically his whole career at Spurs. What a fucking legend. What a legend. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move on so you guys can see the honours we've won, and then we'll go over some records and some other fun bits like that. So, on to the honours list then, and we're going to start with the Community Shield. Now, I'm reading this off a bit of paper, so you're going to have to bear with me. In this section of the video, we're going to talk about all the honours Spurs won in that 100-year period, how many times we came runner-up, how many times we won it, and then we'll jump back in and just go over some other cool stuff on the save, records, biggest transfers, stuff like that. So, I'm going to start with the Community Shield then, and Spurs won it a grand total of 0 times, finishing runner-up in 2051 and 2054. Now, I can't lie. Obviously, you need to win the Premier League to do that, and we don't know if they won it or not. So maybe there was an opportunity, maybe there wasn't. There clearly was some opportunity because they came runner-up twice. Whether that was because of the FA Cup or whether that was because of the Premier League remains to be seen. The League Cup, Tottenham won it a grand total of... Tottenham were runners-up a grand total of 4 times in 2026, 2045, 2058, and 2077. So, again, you think, okay, cool. Spurs have got to at least 4 finals, lost 4 finals. You'd expect them to have got to 8 in total, 1-4, lost 4. That's a decent ratio. Wrong. They only won the League Cup in 2055 and 2056, which, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie, what was that, 7 finals with 2 wins is not a great return at all. Not a great return at all. Tottenham were runners-up in the FA Cup 5 times, 5 finals, 2025, 2060, 2072, 2084, and 2093. Again, like the League Cup, you'd expect Spurs to have 3 wins from that. Unfortunately not. We won the FA Cup in 2051 and 2054. So we're already having a better, well, I say a better period, but if you go back 100 years with Spurs, so if you go back to, so you go back to 1924, from 1924 to present day, we probably haven't won much more, really, so far, than what we won in real life during that period. This is a big one. Tottenham Hotspur finished runner-up in the Championship in 2109. That's right, we got relegated. Laugh, go on, laugh. But we won it. 21-11, Tottenham won. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I don't give a shit. Tottenham won the Championship. So we were obviously only there for a small period of time, runner-up, and then within 2 years we've won it. So it just amazes me that in 100 years we actually got relegated. The Conference League, we were runner-up in 2074 and 2094, and we won it in 2054 and 2084. So runners-up twice, won it twice. That's the most balanced so far of any competition that we've been in. The Europa League, we were runners-up 7 times. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Arsenal fans, because you seem to think we've never won anything in Europe, we have 2 Europa Leagues as of present day. We were runner-up in 2027, 2035, 2043, 2053, 2055, 2082, and 2085. So it seems like Spurs had periods where we were really, really good in Europe, got to the final, whatever, and then another period again where we got to the final repeatedly. And we won the Europa League 4 times, 2029, 2031, 2033, and 2056. So out of the 9 times we were in it, we won it 4 times. That is almost a 50-50 ratio, which that's really not bad, I would say. Being in it 9... No, wait, hold on. Sorry, no, that's 11 times. So we won it 4 out of 11. So it's a little bit under the halfway mark. Which is a little bit disappointing. You'd think, especially in the 2080s, you think we've been to the final twice. You think we'd have won it at least once in that period, but apparently not. Then we move on to the Premier League. Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, in 100 years, were not runners-up in the Premier League once. And Tottenham Hotspur Football Club in 100 years did not win the Premier League once. That is unbelievable. 100 years and we didn't win the Premier League. Do you know how nuts that is? Just how utterly, utterly nuts that is. And then the Champions League, Tottenham were runners-up in 2077, where they lost 2-0 to Liverpool. Yep. I know. Deja vu. And Tottenham won the Champions League. None. Not once. So I'm not going to lie to you. Over 100-year period, we won what? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 trophies in 100 years. So that's on average a trophy every 6 years. Now that actually, to be fair, when you think about it, isn't actually that bad. But when you consider that one of them is the Championship, 2 of them are the Conference League, and 1 of them is the FA Cup, it's not all that great, to be honest. It's really not all that great. But yeah, let's move back into the squad. Gonna have a look at some other stuff on the save. And yeah, we'll see if there was a reason why we didn't win more than what we did. So let's have a look at some records then. You've seen what we've won. Now let's have a look and see if we managed to set any records that Spurs didn't have before. So most points in the season was 21-10, 2011, 21-11, which that was our championship winning season. We had 94. Fewest league wins in a season, 7 in 2107, 2108. I'd imagine that's the season we got relegated then. Which, the asterisk, I'd imagine, reflects the championship, which is not great. No other records on. Oh, here we go. Fewest league goals scored in a season, 32 in 21-23, 21-24. So last season, we scored 32 league goals in the championship. Oh my God. That is just embarrassing. That is just embarrassing. Ridiculous. Let's have a look and see if there's any other records that are interesting on here. Highest transfer fee received, £276 million. £250 million for Isaac Diallo to go to Liverpool on the 19th of June, 2057. Let's have a look and see his career. So he was a striker. I can't really see. That just shows his England stuff. 222 goals in 321 games for Liverpool. I mean, was he worth the money? Maybe, maybe not. Let's have a look at all the transfers. So highest transfer fees paid. So I want to see what year we spent the most. 146 million in 21. So we got 175 million is the one to beat. 209 million. Wow. 209 million is the one to beat. 258 million and then 248 million back to back in 2 transfer windows. Is Daniel Levy feeling okay? Jesus Christ. 225. 356 million in 1 transfer window. Oh my God. That is unreal. So our most expenditure in a single transfer window is 356 million Great British pounds. Wow. That is unbelievable. Let's go with most goals by a player in a match. It doesn't actually tell me a record. It just makes me scroll through them. That's a lot for me to scroll through. Let's have a look and see attendances. Looks like we were a full sellout pretty much. We were a full sellout pretty much the majority of the time, which is good. Lowest attendance. How low did we get? Carabao Cup. Anything lower than 23,000? No, it looks like around 23,000 is our lowest attendance, which is crazy. But then that is a Carabao Cup round game, so I'm not not unsurprised. Lowest league position. 20th in the Premier League, 20th in the Premier League, 20th in the Premier League. Oh my God. We were in the doghouse for ages. 20th in the Premier League, 20th in the Premier League, 20th in the Premier League, 20th in the Premier League. Jesus Christ. We were in the absolute trenches. Let's see what our biggest win was. See, I wish it would just go in order of the highest number rather than going down by a year. 5-1. That's nuts. In 100 years, our biggest wins, 5-0 against Besiktas. Our 5-0 again. Our biggest win in 100 years is 5-0. That is just awful, to be honest. Biggest defeat, should we see how badly we got thumped? 4-0s, 5-0s, 4-0s. Yeah, it looks like 4 or 5-0s our biggest defeat. Highest scoring league match. Were there any? 3-3 against Southampton, 5-0 against Warsaw. That's crazy. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a look now at some of the teams that won the Premier League, because I want to see who's won it. So Man United won it. Man United won it again. Man United won it again. West Ham won the Premier League before Tottenham. No! You can't have that as a Tottenham fan. That is horrible. Liverpool won it. West Ham won the league twice. Are you joking? 71 points, to be fair. That is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Liverpool. Brentford. Oh, my God. Brentford again. Liverpool. Man United. Liverpool. Brentford. Looks like Man United, Liverpool and Brentford were the only teams that were capable of winning the league. Brentford again. Man United again. Liverpool again. Man United again. Brentford again. City. Man United. Liverpool. Man City. Man United. Man City. Fucking hell. So it looks like Man United were competing. Arsenal won the league. That's disgusting. Man United. Liverpool. Man United Leicester had deducted points for administration. Liverpool. Chelsea managed to win it back to back. Villa won the Premier League. Oh, this is disgusting. So Brentford, Villa, and West Ham all won the Premier League. And Newcastle all won the Premier League before Tottenham. Newcastle won it twice. Flick through these. Chelsea again. Wow. So Man United, Liverpool, Brentford, West Ham, Newcastle, Chelsea, Man City were the main teams that won the Premier League in that period. Let's have a look at the Champions League and see if there were any random winners. So the title holders are Hibernian, which is absolutely bonkers. Let's go back and then go to the final. So Hibernian beat Bayern Munich in extra time. That's crazy. Hibernian won it back to back. Inter, Leipzig, West Ham made it to the final. Wow. Spurs are in the absolute dumps. Brentford. Since when did Brentford become the biggest club in London? This is bonkers. Brentford again. Oh my God. Montpellier won it. It's embarrassing that Brentford won it again. Hibernian won it again. Jesus Christ. Brentford to another final. How many fucking Champions League finals did Brentford make it to? Jesus Christ. Absolutely bonkers. Montpellier won it. And that's our final that we lost in Belgrade. That's unfortunate. Let's have a look at the Europa League, because that was the competition that we won the most. Why are Rotherham Europa League winners? Are you joking? I understand it's 100 years, but still, that is absolutely nuts. Rotherham beat Porto on pens. Liverpool won it. Brentford won it. Rotherham again. Let's look at the years that Spurs were involved in, because this is making me depressed how many times everybody else has won everything and Spurs haven't. Even Arsenal managed to win it. Fair enough. Sorry? Bournemouth played Champions League football. What the fuck is that all about? All right, let's have a look. I want to see who we lost it to see whether it's games that I should be like, yeah, okay, yeah, cool, I could see us losing. So many leads in the final. Unbelievable. Awesome. So we lost 1-0 to Napoli. We lost 3-0 to Inter Milan. Why is the Europa League final being held at Wrexham? What the fuck? Let's have a look and see what else. Who else did we lose to? Just flicking through these now. Looks like Las Palmas managed to win quite a few. Oh, we beat Man United on pens. That would have been a mental game. And lost 4-1 to Villarreal the year before. Brilliant. We came back with a vengeance. We lost to Leicester on pens. Are you joking? Are you actually joking me? Are you actually being serious? What the hell is that? We lost to Rennes 2-1. Lost 2. We lost the Europa League final to Leeds. What the hell? Beat Lyon. Fair enough. That's a good tie. Beat Sevilla. That is great. That is a really good one. Beat Lyon on pens. That's really good. Lost to Villarreal again. And there we are. So that's the main bulk of it then. Do you think, ultimately, what I want to ask you guys, do you think that 100 years at Tottenham, if you're a Tottenham fan, if I said to you in 100 years' time, maybe not 100 because most people watching this won't live another 100 years, but if in the next 100 years that was Tottenham's trophy haul, would you be happy with, on average, a trophy every 6 years and never winning the Premier League? Let me know. Like, subscribe. I've got loads more Football Manager content to come. I've got the Bologna save coming soon. I'm going on holiday very soon. So the save will be starting after that, and then we can properly get into it, which I'm really excited. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, and come on, you Spurs!